Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Monday the 24th of July. This is one of those mornings where I really felt like, I don't feel like making a video. And then I decided to just go ahead and just roll with it and see how it goes, since I'm not feeling like making a video. You know, it's like, usually it's like, I'll take a mental note and think, what is there to share or what's on my mind, as as the next day comes. And anyway, here I am. Cheers. Hope you folks are okay. I will speak of the climate in whatever I want to. We're going to be under a heat advisory today in Omaha, starting at 1 this afternoon. That's going for almost the rest of the week. So be careful, people. Be careful. I'm glad to see that a bunch of you watched the clip that I put on yesterday from 2 years ago. And the whole concert, my whole performance at Essential Festival 2021 is on my channel here. And if you want to see it, in the comments on the video, clipped from it, to John Walker, I posted the link to the whole show. It's on my channel. You can watch it. It was interesting because it was in the middle of COVID, and so there was the only audience that I played to were the technicians and the other musicians playing on the bill. Didn't deter me. I was really happy to be able to share that music in a live setting on stage. I noticed a person said they thought it was good to see me up and on my feet. Well, I don't sit around all day, every day, and I don't sit in this room all day, every day. I have a show coming up this Sunday, a noise brunch at Project. It appears that Project records everything that they put on, so there will likely be some footage of it. I'll let you know. Music is the main thing. It is my primary nerdy interest in life, besides wishing. I've always had a deep wish to see justice in life, and it's just never going to happen on the scale that it needs to be. So that's what's on my mind, really. I can show some records. I will before I go, but I've been thinking about that, seems like supposedly the smarter mankind gets, the worse we treat one another. Interesting, huh? So let's dig into some records I played. Dereck Fisher, if you see this, I enjoy what you've been doing lately, which is on your psychedelic page on Facebook. You've been having weekend themes. And so this last weekend he had a theme for psychedelic singles, which I participated in, but it also, I'm not alarmed, but it's like, I can't find a bunch of them, and I went into the closet, and it's like I still didn't find some particular singles, and it's like, what have I done with those records? Well, you gotta be here somewhere. I haven't taken them out of the house. Let's see, let me show one. This was big on the radio. Pictures of Matchstick Men, the status quo. And it was indeed psychedelic. Got to see Status Quo when they were well into their boogie days. I saw them maybe in 1973. They were great, though, on stage. They were a lot of fun. Really enjoyed their energy. Another single I showed from classic radio, 66, 67. Those were classic years. Sunshine Girl by The Parade. Produced by Jerry Riopelle, who was behind a lot of hits and a lot of really good songs in the 60s. Look this up and listen to it online. Sunshine Girl. And the B-side, This Old Melody. Really good. Really good. Almost kind of like the Neon Philharmonic a little bit. Okay. And then, I don't know if he's still with us, but years ago, a fella from Australia, not Terry, but another man I've never met, sent me several packages of singles, amazing singles, and he illustrated them all, letting me know what they meant to him. And this is one I posted yesterday, The Master's Apprentices, Living in a Child's Dream. Great song, great band from Australia. Their albums are hard for me to find. I still don't have a long player. I'd like to have one of their albums for my collection. Great song. And I love how he says, whenever I'm 60, whenever I hear this, I'm 16 again. That's pretty cool. And very cool. Very cool. Okay. What else? What else? Well, interesting discussion of this band album. Jackson Heights. Lee Jackson, who was in The Nice, posted this, and there are a couple groups. Actually, I went ahead and posted in the British Underground group, which I kind of stopped for a while because some of the people on there are really kind of uptight and opinionated to the point of being unnecessary. And sure enough, that rose. I didn't know Lee Jackson is American. All I know is he was in The Nice, British band, with Keith Emerson, Brian Davison. I love that cover. Is that Hypnosis? Yep. And this is not a great album. It's pretty good. It starts off so-so and gets better. Some people like the first song, Mr. Screw. I thought it was pretty good too. I like the second song, Since I Last Saw You. This isn't particularly progressive. It's kind of R&B flavored, really. But I enjoyed it the most I've ever enjoyed listening to it yesterday. This got played. Most of this got played. Hold Your Zuke with Rolf Dammers, Canaxis 5. Came out in 1969 originally. This is a reissue. I love Can, and this was way ahead of the times. Way ahead of the times. It's very spacey. Those guys were really onto something because a lot of their music sounds like it was made now, or like it could be made now. And this is what this sounds like. Sound work. It's fantastic. Along the same lines, played all of side one of limited edition Can. I love this album. And I've shared it before, but my memory of first hearing this was during the intermission of the Hawkwind show. Andy Dunkley, the DJ from the UK, was on tour with Hawkwind, and Rush was the opening band at the time. Rush were good, but I was blown away when the opening track, Gamera, came across the PA in this auditorium. I knew right away it was Can, even though I never heard it. It was a wonderful experience. This is one of the greatest bands for me of all time, Can. I had mentioned this Quartet music, I think, in a couple of videos back. Maybe not. I think I did, yeah. And I played this. This is beautiful. With the Klein brothers, Nels and Alex Klein. This is beautiful acoustic music. Daryl Anger and that contingent come to mind, but Montreux was the name of the band, possibly? I have one CD. But the other reference that I'll use, they don't really sound like it, but I like better, is the band Oregon, Ralph Towner and those guys. This is just gorgeous music and really healthy. Wonderful. Oh, the opening chiming chords on the guitar sets it up. Fantastic. Wonderful. Wonderful. Another record I pulled because I saw someone talking about it online and said, I haven't played this in a long time, but recently got a upgrade copy of it. Profile by Jan Akkerman, the Dutch guitarist who was in the band Focus. That picture to me is obviously him in the middle of playing something that's moving him. This album is monster good. The sidelong, Fresh Air, it's killer. This is excellent. And I was able to upgrade to Harvest copy. I originally had the American on Sire. That's what's up when it comes to records. And I need to show these. Okay. The day before, on Saturday, I got up and was in a mood and hadn't been in this space for a while. So it was time to go there and play some Nurse with Wound. Spiral Insana. Sound work. Not too many songs ever on their record. It's mostly sound work. And a lot of times it can come off as creepy or dark or kind of sexual in a subtly disturbing way. Those elements were there, but I didn't get that feeling while listening to Saturday. I just was able to ride the sound, and it's very good. It's very good. And then so I said, well, let me go further. I hardly ever listen to Current 93. An old friend of mine, Joe Budenholzer, is friends with David Tibet, and they've recorded together. I don't understand what their trip is regarding religion. It's something about arcane religion. I'm not really interested. But this is affecting sound work, music. You know, he goes off on these, to me they're like tangents. It sounds like poetry, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about. The stars are marching sadly home, the inmost light, third and final. But this is nice. It's a beautiful vinyl. It's a one-sided record too. One-sided. I got into it. That's why I don't sell this stuff. White House, if you know White House, that I had a collection for a while, and it got to the point where it's like, I really don't want to listen to this. This is very disturbing. It is. White House is disturbing on purpose. I don't think this stuff is. This is just expressing something I don't quite understand. And then if I didn't mention it, I think I mentioned it, but I played this, Spirogyra. Barbara Gaskin, who was in Hatville in the North. This is a very good album. I love the English sound, I do. So that's what I have to share. Only other thing to share on a personal side is I talked to my older brother this weekend. We didn't have a Zoom this weekend. I didn't necessarily miss it, and it's like it makes sense that there will be times when it doesn't feel like we need to do a Zoom. But I called my brother James to see how he's doing. He's doing okay. You know, his situation is stable. It's still not good, but it was good to talk to him. And we're just really on two different paths. And when I talk to him, I have to kind of reorient him. It's like, James, you're talking to me. Can you get out of your head and get in the present moment? You know, it's partly why he's so wildly creative is because of how intense his head is. But to get him to connect and talk to me, hey James, it's Dereck, I called. It took a few minutes, you know. I care about him deeply, and I just care about him. I hope that he'll be okay. Other than that, just to babble on a little bit more, I listened to some interviews this weekend. Kid Congo Powers and Barry Adamson talked to each other on the Omnibus Press. About an hour-long interview. It's wonderful. I had contact with Barry Adamson many years ago. He responded to an email, and after I can see why he did. Their Kid Congo Powers was in the Cramps and in the Gun Club, and Barry Adamson was in Magazine. And to hear their stories about how they started is like there's a lot of parallels to my life and the whole experience of being a person of color in the white world of rock, which it is, still is, basically, you know. And they were both really open and honest. And I guess that's another thing that I relate to. It's like there was a news clip recently that I saw where some star or somebody had to talk about oversharing on social media. You know, that their sharing about their family led to some trouble. And I don't think I overshare here, but I say what I'm thinking, and I tell you about my life because I'm not afraid. And it's like, my first thought is, if I share something that causes someone to want to try to use it against me or to harm me, what the hell is wrong with them? It doesn't cause fear. It causes anger and perplexity in me. It's like, what is wrong with people? Kind of like how it is for me when I look at the news, and I do look at the news from all over the world. It's like, if man is supposedly made in the image of God, men, humankind, don't get hung up on that sex identity stuff. If we're supposedly made in the image of God, why are we so demonic? Why are we so bad to one another? Why is it when mankind gets power, they just use it to hurt? I don't know. It seems like there's an evil spell on this fucking planet. It really does. It really does to me. Something's wrong. Something is foul in the air. So, that's what's on my mind on a Monday. Like I told you, I wasn't necessarily in the mood to make a video today. Okay. Have a good day. I didn't go out and to the record stores this weekend. I want to try to make my money happen. With that in mind, thank you for further orders of Brian Day, Dereck Higgins Woven Territories. I'm happy to say that we will be getting some airplay on the radio in New York tomorrow, courtesy of Jack Sinman Porcello, WAYO-FM. Thank you. But I'm going to leave the link. You should get this, folks. And if for no other reason, buy a copy to show support for my channel, okay? And you don't have to wait until Bandcamp Friday. I still get for the most part, I get the lion's share of what you pay for this. These are $10 plus postage. Also, I adjusted the postage because I found out in the last batch of CDs, postage for these to Canada is $15 and overseas is only $20, whereas a while back it kept coming up at around $24. So I adjusted the postage rates on the Bandcamp. So get yourself a copy while you can, and this really is quite good. And I'm so pleased to have my great nephew Gabriel's artwork on the cover there. That's just gorgeous. And on Instagram, he's always posting. He does a lot of work, and he's good. He really is a good artist. Get yourself a copy, people. Grab it, all right? Okay. And as always, folks, talk to me. Let me know how you're doing. What's on your mind?